Listen, y'all are gonna cap, but I actually don't like my low effort React content. I really like making good content for you guys, like the tier list I just did for the Halloween candy, stuff like that. But my React content gets more views because it's on the trendy topics. So the less effort I put in on these trendy topics, the better. Because it takes me 30 minutes to react to a video, 10 minutes to edit it, 5 minutes for the thumbnail. So 40 minutes and I have a video out. Whereas this huge content takes me hours to do, money to spend, editing for hours or more. And Moist Critical has the same issue. He made a video here on low effort content, and that's what we're going to look at. Moist Critical low effort. Charlie is known for his low effort content, even though it is not. But he is known for his React content, which everybody thinks is just low effort. Fair enough.
I read something online that for some reason or another just sticks with you forever, permanently etched into the soul.
Yep. You know what that is for me? Hate on success, and success will hate on you. Optic Hex. W fucking quote. And that is the one quote I always tell people. Hate on success, and success will hate on you.
Soggy, wet network of your brain. And I'm not talking about random fun facts or anything like that. Did you know elephants have good memory? I'm talking about something more like deeply personal, perhaps. Like maybe someone was talking shit to you and they said something that struck a nerve, like really deep down to your core. Then that comment gets, for some reason, tucked away into the deepest recesses of your mind forever.
Yep.
And just lives rent-free, and you'll marinate on it from time to time. I feel like that is a very human thing. I feel like the answer to my question, have you ever had this experience, is a resounding yes from everyone watching this video.
Yep.
If you right now are saying no, then I know for a fact you are lying, and lying is a sin. So I hope you enjoy burning in hell for that, you coward. For me, I recently had this experience, and I think it's an interesting topic to go over. It happened 4 months ago during just a completely ordinary Twitch stream. And I don't remember exactly what they said verbatim. I just remember the series of messages they sent and the conversation they were having at me. It wasn't like we were, having a back and forth discussion, and they weren't even shit talking. It wasn't malicious. It was mainly just inquisitive. But I saw each message they sent, and it really just kind of still is like a series of messages that stews up here in the old noodle that I think on from time to time. So it was 4 months ago. It was right after I had released our 3rd episode of the Moist Wrestling League, Warhorse vs. Genie Maker.
Okay.
This took us a long time to
I've never
put
seen
together.
this. I actually didn't know he had a Moist Wrestling League. That's kind of cool. Interesting.
Massive production that we underwent to make this happen, and super happy with how it turned out. That night on stream, I was giddy as a schoolgirl who found out her crush liked her, because I was so happy that people were enjoying it. And then Ebenezer Scrooge came in the chat and said, "This absolutely flopped.
Why do you make good content and spend a bunch of time on an event when it only gets 500,000 views and your regular videos get 2 million, Charlie? You're fucking dumb, baby." He's gonna say personally. It fulfills him.
Why do you put so much time and effort into something like this when it doesn't perform as well as something that takes a lot less time and effort, like, drama videos? I'm paraphrasing a lot of the messages, but this is basically what their points were boiling down to.
Yep.
Fundamentally, they were saying, why would I bother putting effort and time into these big productions when they don't get as many views as things that I whip up in half an hour or 45 minutes covering?
Just tell me you've never made content before if you tell me that. Just tell me you haven't made shitty content before. I do not feel fulfilled reacting to these videos. I feel fulfilled when I do a fucking IRL tier list with one of my friends. That's like good content that I spent money on and I invested into.
Silly topics or silly stories. They then kind of wrapped up their TED Talk by offering some sage wisdom that I should stop putting a lot of effort into these videos and instead just focus entirely on doing the low effort stuff because it performs significantly better in terms of views. And the statement at its core isn't wrong. Like, in the entire time I've been on YouTube, the videos I put the most time, the most effort, the most money behind are the ones that do perform the worst. And it's not even close. It is very much not an opinion, that is a fact. Like, even just yesterday, I posted a music video called What's Next. It's one of the singles from our EP that just dropped. I'll shamelessly plug that, link in the description. The Gentlemen are back with boner jams out the wazoo. So 5 new tracks, each one's going to have a music video. I dropped the first one yesterday. And
I've never heard any of those. I'm actually going to watch that right after this. That's cool. Damn. I love Charlie, bro.
Troy and I have spent about 10, 11-ish months on this EP,
Sure.
And a lot of time and resources into making it the best that it can possibly be. And if you compare that to other videos I've uploaded recently, the views on it are certainly lower than the other ones. So by the chatter's logic, it's stupid for me to continue to pursue music and music videos and putting money into those projects because they don't get views like something like this, where it's just me, shooting the shit with all of you guys in front of the camera for like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's something that I disagree with down to my very fucking soul. Sure. Now, before I really dive into the meat and potatoes of this, I want to show you the catalyst for what made me even want to talk about this subject in the first place. I watched a clip from Cody Ko on Brittany Broski's Royal Court, and this very similar subject kind of came up, and I just want to play that for you real quick.
What is your favorite and least favorite video you've ever put on Jeff Bezos' internet?
Oh, that's a good one. I think one of my favorites is I did like an anime style video like a long time ago. I ran like a 15K. I did like inner monologues.
Cool.
That's how we like narrated it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the weirdest, most creative video I've ever done.
Whoa.
And I'm still very proud of that one.
What's the view count sitting at?
Like, probably a solid like 25,000.
That's how it goes though.
Oh, it ate shit.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah,
Like
people don't like when you are creative and branch out. People do not like that.
No, when we have joy, forget it.
Yeah, they're like, we want to see the same shit.
Yeah.
So Cody Ko explains that the video he's most proud of is one that gargled fat ass, unfortunately, and didn't get huge views.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. So I've been here, genuinely, and I can speak from actual experience. My Minecraft YouTube channel, my stuff, the biggest videos I have are how-to videos. So like how to make bookshelves fast in Minecraft, how to get diamonds fast in Minecraft. And then I make a 45 hours worth of content video. So like building and editing and whatever. 45 hours. And then it gets 500 views. One of my not lowest views videos, but one of my lower viewed videos. It makes me feel more fulfilled, but it's just like, Jesus.
But I imagine if you asked him if he would take that back and instead make 10 more That's Cringe videos, his answer would be no. Even though the That's Cringe videos would fucking spank the cheeks off of the performance of his anime video, I feel like he probably wouldn't change it. Because even though a lot of people online now look at YouTube as nothing more than a job and a career, if you were just looking at raw numbers and want to just do everything that's going to give you the optimal position in the algorithm, best possible views, and you just end up making the same shit every single time, you yourself are going to be miserable. Yep. You take the human and fun element out of what content creation is supposed to be, and I think that's why so many creators get so burnt out, because they just keep doing that, knowing that if they branch out and do bigger, different things, the audience won't necessarily respond in a big way with like the views they're used to.
Exactly what I said.
Which is of course rough, but I feel like that's just the current climate of the internet entirely, where everything you do online is looked at really in a big analytical way to maximize your revenue, your views, your position, your social status online, whatever, in order to leverage career opportunities and, make money off of it. And I'm not saying that people are wrong for doing that, of course, like I get it. But that's just never been how I do things. So I would never stop doing something just because the views are lower than, a low effort video I could make instead.
Yeah.
I would hate to do that. And I know that runs contrary to what a lot of people like to say about me online, but it is the truth. From the very beginning, I never wanted anything online to feel like a job, because that takes the joy of creating things out of it.
Yep.
And I still don't feel like what I do is a job. Everything I do is motivated entirely by the fun of creating things. Whether it's covering stupid drama online, or silly stupid stories, or playing a game, speed running, wrestling, all of it. is just because it's something that I had fun doing and I share it online. I would never even toy around with the notion of not doing something or stopping something because the views on it would be lower than a lower effort piece of content I could make instead. I always just want to make and do things that I have a lot of fun doing, and I'm lucky enough.
I agree, but there is a level to it. There's levels to that shit. There's levels to everything. You know what I mean? Like, for example, when Ninja was playing Fortnite, he was averaging 10 to 20k. Not like back in the day. I mean, like recently. But when he was playing Final Fantasy 11, he was averaging 1500. So there is a level to that. You know, when you have a lot of money, it really doesn't matter. But when you're growing, it does matter. Obviously, for Ninja, it doesn't matter. But, you know, it depends on what you're fulfilled with. If you're fulfilled by being happy, that's fine. If you're fulfilled by numbers, that's fine. But there is levels to it. I don't think it's as cut and dry as he's making it out to be. But I do agree. I do agree that I feel better when I do react content and talk and stuff instead of playing the most recent game or whatever. Just because this is what I like to do. It just so happens to work on YouTube. You know what I mean? But if I had it my way, totally, because there's levels to it, I would literally just sit here with no overreactions, or I just be myself, which off camera myself is very reserved, and you know, I'll crack jokes every now and then, but I'm pretty reserved. I'd sit back and I'd just play World of Warcraft, or I'd play some random game, whatever I'm into at the time. Does that better me as a person? No. Does that better me as a content creator? No. So that's not what I want to do, or that's not what I feel like I should do. It's what I kind of want to do, and it's selfish for myself and the viewers. So, I like to be, I like the level I'm at right now. It's just doing what I want to do within reason to grow myself on the internet.
That there's people that enjoy watching them, and it's all thanks to all of you. You've put me in the luckiest position on the planet where I get to be able to do a lot of fun different things.
Yep.
And another thing, it's not like the views on the music video or the wrestling video are bad or anything. Everyone has this really perverse.
Let's add, his flop is 500,000 views. People are acting like if you don't get 1 to 2 million views that your video flopped. If you get 20k views, your video is a banger. That's how you need to start thinking. You need to remember that if someone uploads every day and has 10,000 views, that's it. 10,000 views. They're making like what? Almost $1,000 out of a month. 10,000 views.
Perverted perception.
And people are going to be 10,000 views. That's only $10 per video times 30. That's only $300. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay, number one, it's not gonna be 10,000 every time, so it's probably gonna be up and down. If you average it as 10,000, sure, whatever. $300 with a 1 CPM. It's $600 with a 2 CPM. You're probably gonna be a 2 to 4 CPM. So now you're at like almost $1,000, and then you can't look at it as 10,000 views a video. It's the amount of views a day they get. So like they could get 40,000 views a day because all their other videos are being watched too, because they're exponentially growing. So 10,000 views a video every day, you're making almost probably like 1,000 to 1,500 a month with no sponsors, by the way. No sponsors, by the way. Yo, what's up, Rainy? How you doing, man? How you doing? Good, man, good. We did the Halloween tier list. I'm just chilling, reacting to Charlie now. Did a Halloween candy tier list, man. It was super good, super good. I'm happy that I got to do it. I think I'm gonna play FNAF after this, which you suggested, and I think tonight I'm gonna go to FNAF the movie and do a reaction or a review video tomorrow, which would be sick. Yep, I'm just talking about like views and stuff like that right now. How you doing, man? How's your day going? Yeah, it should be sick. Your day good? How you doing? Just chilling. That's sick, man. Playing League at all today?
Of what big views look like online. Those are fucking crazy numbers. And at the
Yep, the classic. I might actually hop on for a game later too, like a off stream or whatever.
The end of the day, as long as people are enjoying it, I'm fucking happy. It makes me happy to create things and to see people that also share in the happiness of being able to watch.
Oh, I actually have such a good idea, Rainy. Once I get the IRL backpack, actually, I don't even know if I need an IRL backpack. I need to look at it streaming off my phone because that'll be fine. I'm gonna buy a storage unit, dude. And if you want to come and like have a couple people, I'm gonna buy a storage unit. That'll be such good content. Holy shit. W fucking content, right? That'd be such a banger YouTube video. Or maybe actually what I'll do is we'll just bring the camera. I won't stream. We'll just bring the camera, we'll do the video, and then one day on stream I'll just play the video or whatever. Or we'll stream it if it works and then whatever, but I think it's gonna be like an hour or two. You know? So I think either way, do a video or something. Yeah, it sounds sick, right? Yeah, I agree. I think it'd be such W content.
Feeling. So I'll never understand. Well, I mean, I understand where they're coming from if you're looking at it from like a business perspective. Why put time, money, and effort into these big things when you can not put time, money, and effort into smaller things that are going to do better than the big thing? Like, I get it.
The thing is, from a business perspective, this makes sense. I get that, and even fundamentally, you should think like that if you are a business. Like, technically, iBlue is a business, and I'm trying to grow that, of course. But there's a level of humility and human aspect to this, where I have feelings too. And if I was just there for the money and the business, I would have gotten a business degree, or I would be still doing my 9 to 5 and not wanting to do content creation. I want to do this because it fulfills me. Like, I come home from my 9 to 5 and enjoy my evenings now. I feel less tired, more energetic being the other. I feel more energetic. I feel happier, and I feel more wholesome and fulfilled from doing this every evening. I really do. I love it. I really do. And before I was doing content, I would come home and I would be on TikTok for a bit and just be chilling. I'd lay down and fall asleep, and I just felt super depressed. And I think if I didn't have this outlet, I'd be a worse person.
It down to like corpo shit, but I would just never even toy around with that idea because it takes all of the fun out of creating the things that I want to make. Now let me really dive into the weeds here and get down to the nitty gritty. No matter what I say in this video here, there's tons of people that have already made their minds up about me and my motivations behind content. A lot of people believe that it's truly money driven, and an example they use is React content. Now, for a couple of years, I did React content. I did full streams on Twitch called YouTube Nights, where I'd go over either other YouTubers' content or weird, wacky, random videos we'd find around, and I'd make jokes about them, and I'd occasionally post the edited VODs on my channel. And that content, React content, is the most lucrative, most low-effort content you can ever make. Period. Full stop. I stopped doing React streams and React content about a year ago now, but no matter what, I've always got the Orochimaru curse mark on my body where I'm labeled a React streamer. Now, a lot of people say the reason I ever did React content in the first place was because of the money. It's very low effort and you make a ton of money off it.
Now, I know everybody thinks it's just money. For me, which it's in turn financially friendly for me, but the reason I'm doing React content is because I have a job 9 to 5, right? So I work 9 to 5, and it is a mentally taxing job. It's not a easy job. It's not hard, not easy, whatever. I come home, and I only have 6 hours, so 6 to 12, to make my dreams happen. And in that 6 to 12 block, I get home, I eat while my starting stream screen is going. Sometimes I'm eating on stream because it took me a bit longer to get home because I had to buy food from the grocery store. I stream for hours, and then I get off. I look through my VOD for clips. I edit my React videos. I schedule them all to be posted, thumbnails, and other things with content creation. I go to bed. I do it again the next day. And if I were to do anything other than what I'm doing, it would not be sustainable or work. for getting clicks because React content really gets you the views. So I can grow to a point where I have more time, and I just wouldn't have time. I wouldn't like if I was making gaming videos or gaming React videos or like I don't think I'd have more fun, and I don't think I'd have the time. So my formula is specifically made and tailored to what works for me, and it has nothing to do with money. In turn, you can say it does have something to do with money because I'm trying to grow, but I'm doing this content because it is really good for discoverability with the trendy topics, but it is also easy enough for me to be able to do it sustainably. Because I'm not going to work, and I'm not saying McDonald's isn't difficult, okay? I'm not saying that. It's probably, honestly, I'm not even going to make it an example because now that I think about it, it's probably one of the hardest jobs. Fast food is very, very difficult. I think every job has its difficulties, but I'm not going out and holding a sign for 8 hours that says stop, right? Still a very difficult job because it's mentally taxing. But I don't come home and be like, yeah, okay, now let's start this. I come home and I could fall asleep because I'm so mentally exhausted from problem solving and meetings, and I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not downplaying anybody else's jobs, anything like that. There are 10 times harder jobs. There are 10 times easier jobs, whatever. I'm just saying, for me, my job makes me extremely exhausted every day. I'm doing this because I love it, and it's what I want to do. It's what I need to do. I can't imagine doing anything else. I can't imagine not doing content creation. I've tried a million times before to get my mind out of content creation because it's a high risk. I'm like, no, you know what? Do the point A to point B engineering and just go work on it because you're never going to make it. I can't get it out of my mind. I can't. I think about it every day. Whenever I'm going to work, I'm unhappy because I just want to be doing something else like content creation, you know. And I can't imagine doing anything else. So that's why I'm working so hard to, get there. But this content that I'm making really helps that growth.
When that was never the
That
case.
was a tangent.
As I explained back then, I only ever reacted to videos because it was fun to make jokes with the community about.
I don't know what it is, and so other people may feel the same way, but reacting to a video and bringing out my own thoughts just scratches that itch of, I don't really have people to talk to, and like some of these videos where I'm interested in it, my friends aren't. This gives me, it feels like I'm watching and talking about this video to other people, and it just scratches that itch in my brain of the cogs turning. I don't know what it is, but it's extremely satisfying to talk and be verbal on stream. And I think it's because I live alone, and I don't have many friends IRL. Like I have Ate and Drez and Sesh and Rainy and Gidge. We don't hang out IRL, really, not a lot. Me and Rainy will hang out during the COD season to watch some, Call of Duty, and me and Ate will hang out and, watch some anime or watch like Miz or do a tier list, but I don't hang out with all the boys all the time. And I think talking makes me feel not lonely. And that's one thing that's super beneficial with doing this. I've felt 100 times better than I have for years doing this the last week. And it's the honeymoon phase, and obviously you're going to have like the spark of like, oh my God, yes. And when that dwindles, maybe it'll change. Right now it feels really good. And compared to what I was before, this feels like I'm getting back to myself, and I'm more vocal and more outgoing. And when I go to work in the morning, I'm still tired, but I don't hate being there. I actually really like it. And it's just nice. It just doesn't feel like I'm stuck. I'm at a dead end job. You know what I mean? Like it feels good because I'm building something, a bigger purpose, which me and Rainy have talked about. Anyway, sorry for the tangents. I'm sure you skipped all that, but whatever. Get back to it.
About it and just kind of get silly with the content together. Kind of like a bunch of friends hanging out doing like their own little fucking Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of shit.
Sure.
With these wacky YouTube videos we'd go over.
Yep.
And that was the only reason I did it. It took me a long time to get educated on exactly what kind of harm React content does to the entire creator ecosystem, and it's why I stopped doing it. It came at a cost to the creators, which I'd never wanted to do, and I never realized it did. So after watching plenty of videos from like Dark Viper as well as other content creators that have covered React content for a long time, I learned that it is not a good practice to engage in, so I stopped doing it entirely. Before anyone starts wagging their finger, there is still one piece of content that I do react to, I suppose, and that's news broadcasts. So like the occasional car chase, like police.
Yeah, so I don't really know what stance I want to hold with this yet. I understand maybe on stream, but on YouTube, I don't know. The React content thing where once I grow to a sizable point where it matters, I think what I'll do is I'll try to reach out, because I generally do have an idea of what I'm watching almost every single day. Like really, at work, if I have a 20-minute downtime, or if I'm waiting for some markups, or I'm on lunch, whatever, or while I'm waiting for my stream to start, I'll be pulling up tabs of what I want to watch and stuff. There's a world where I can actually message these creators that I'm watching a lot, like Moist Critical and Asmin and people like that maybe there is a way that I can reach out to their management and be like, hey, can I react to the videos? Is that okay? And also in the description of all my videos, it says contact this email if you want your YouTube video, you want this video taken down or whatever, because it's your video or whatnot. Like if you want this, if this is your video and you can prove this is your video and you want to take it down, I'll take it down. I'm not trying to steal people's content. I'm trying to give an opinion on content that already exists. And I do my due diligence with liking the video and sending it to my audience of people on Twitch through chat, and I post it in chat, stuff like that. But sometimes that's just not enough. I understand that. So maybe in the future, when I'm popping, maybe I'll try to reach out to those creators beforehand. But my stance right now is it's really gonna help me grow, and whatever can help me grow and get in front of people is really kind of what I want to do in a ethical, comfortable way. Whether you believe it's ethical or not, I think just reacting to content really isn't that big of a deal, and my mind could change. This isn't a thing where I'm sitting here like, yeah, fuck that, everybody's wrong. I could genuinely have my mind change tomorrow. But right now I think React content, whatever. I think as long as you're somewhat transformative with it, it's fine. And I mean, whatever. I think I'm transformative.
Chase, or if there is a news story I'm covering that has an associated news broadcast, I will watch that. Occasionally a game trailer here and there, but that's it. I never watch other YouTubers' content or anything like that. I know there's plenty of fringe cases you can point to where someone whose content gets reacted to blows up, but that's still not the norm, and it's also still not really an acceptable fair transaction where you just kind of have to cross your fingers and pray that the person who reacts to your video somehow has an audience that will also translate to you. Like, that doesn't happen very often. It does happen from time to time, but it's still not exactly the most optimal of exchanges, I would say. So I stopped and apologized for doing that, but the reason I'm bringing it up now is because it's never been a money-driven thing behind any content.
See, that's the thing. Like, once I get to a sizable point to where it actually matters, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 viewers, I would be totally comfortable with sending these people $100, $200 to watch their video. I really would. Like, I'm okay with giving, even copyright claim it, or giving all proceeds of that video to that creator. I'm fine with all of that. It's not lucrative. Right now, it's because it's all I can really do to build myself an audience in the amount of time that I do have. Because I'm trying to do this almost strategically. But if anybody has any other ideas, put it in the comments below, because I'd love to know.
Content I make. And then when it comes to trending topics and drama, if I'm covering it, it's because I'm having fun making jokes about it. Yeah. Not because it's going to be big in the algorithm or anything.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's why I do it. I look at Google Trends every day. I'm trying to get in the algorithm. I'm trying to be seen. because I know I am a good creator. I know I'm a funny creator, within reason. I know I have the gonads to do it. I just need to get in front of the people. And doing that in a trendy way seems like it is the easiest. And right now I don't have a lot of time, so easy makes sense.
Anything like that, it's because it's a situation that I'm getting goofy with, making jokes about, and since I'm always fucking online, I just do it quickly, and it's very fun for me to do. It's never motivated by trying to be the first one to something and talk about it so that way it gets out there quickest. It's just always me sitting here just
I'm not afraid
shooting
to
the
say
shit
that
about
I do
something
that.
and having fun doing it. I'm not a fucking journalist. I am not a news anchor. I am a goober who sits here and just makes silly stuff out of silly subjects or whatever. And all of this ties in to these messages that individual sent me, because I really think they came from a place where he believed all I cared about was views and money. So if that's the case, why would I continue doing the Moist Wrestling League, which performs much worse than something simple like talking about drama? And it hurts me to know that anyone has that impression of me. If I'm making something, it's because it's coming from a place of genuine fun for me to make. I have just as much fun making shit now as I did when I started this channel, and I will just always keep doing whatever I have fun doing, regardless of how it might perform or what the views might look like relative to other things. That just doesn't matter as much to me as having fun. So
Sure.
I'm going to continue to put time, energy, money, effort into big, wild shit. And I'll keep making things like this too, because I have fun doing this, just talking to you guys and joking about some nonsense found in the rotted cesspool underbelly of the internet that we can all joke about and get silly with. All of it is just fun. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it.
W Charlie. Love Charlie's videos. Like and comment on it. I'm gonna post it in the Twitch there now. I love Charlie. I think his videos are incredible. I think he's super right when it comes to this. I think he has a good point with actually, like, even if you do credit the creator like I do, and you say if you want the video taken down, whatever, it isn't enough. I would agree with that to an extent. If you're getting 200 views a video and then Asmon watches your video and now that video gets 50k views, not only is that going to help the algorithm push you further and it'll grow your career, but it will put you in front of an audience, but it might not be as transferable. But there is a level to it. There's levels to that shit. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. I just personally think it's maybe talked about a little too harshly. And right now it just works well for me. But W video, love Charlie, love his videos. Go give it a like and comment.